In the recap of Tuesday's episode of Days of Our Lives on February 13th, Sarah is left in shock when she witnesses Xander being handcuffed. Meanwhile, the outcome of Harris' surgery leaves everyone hanging in suspense. Hello Days of Our Lives fans, please hit the subscribe button for more update. Tuesday's episode of Days of Our Lives featured Wendy Shin discussing Ava Vitali's suspicious behavior with Rafe Hernandez and Jada Hunter. Wendy felt it was necessary to come forward after what happened to Harris Michaels and admitted that the bistro may be involved in something dangerous. Despite her reservations, Wendy agreed to help Rafi by spying on Trip Johnson's mother. Additionally, Officer Goldman provided Wendy with a burner phone that was found in a dumpster near the bistro. Wendy used her tech skills to try and gather any useful information from the phone. Meanwhile, at the Kyriakis mansion, Julie Williams and Chad Demura expressed their gratitude to Maggie Kyriakis for allowing them to stay in her home. Doug Williams remained upstairs with Thomas Demura and Charlotte Demura, unwilling to leave their side as they slept peacefully. Julie's mind was consumed with questions on how the Horton house fire had occurred. Chad took responsibility for the incident, explaining the distorted phone call he had received that taunted him with the words, "Maybe next time, you'll listen." Chad believed that Clyde Weston was seeking revenge for the story he had published and hinted that there might be a way to trace and unblock the number from which he received the threatening call. Julie initially lashed out at Chad for not taking the threat seriously enough. However, she quickly calmed down and realized that the blame truly fell upon Clyde rather than Chad. While Julie worried about finding a place to live, Maggie reassured her that they would all stay there and rebuild the house brick by brick. Just as Rafe was informed by Jada Hunter about Harris hiding Lucas Horton in his apartment, Chad arrived with news regarding the fire. Rafe realized that 3 incidents tonight were possibly connected to Clyde. In order to investigate further, he took Chad's phone and promised they would catch the culprit. On Tuesday's episode of Days of Our Lives, Ava worried about Harris in the hospital waiting room. She was afraid that she would never get the chance to express her love for him. Stefan questioned why Ava had gotten involved with him, which shocked her. In response, Ava asked him the same question before deciding that she didn't want to know. While Ava felt the need to stop Clyde, Stefan warned about the danger it could pose to their loved ones. Kayla Johnson managed to stabilize Harris enough for surgery. She kept Ava and Stefan updated on the bullet removal and Harris' collapsed lung. There was also a significant amount of internal bleeding, so Harris would need to be closely monitored. The next 24 hours were critical in determining whether Harris would survive this crisis. Ava felt deeply touched when she found out she was Harris' emergency contact, and she took the opportunity to sit by his unconscious side for a few minutes. After confessing her love for Harris, Ava urged him to fight and come back to her. Officer Phillips kept a vigilant eye on Stefan at the hospital, repeatedly casting suspicious glances his way. Stefan appeared nervous while Ava visited Harris in his hospital room. Back at the police station during Tuesday's episode of Days, Wendy received a hit on the discarded burner phone from the dumpster. She excitedly shared her discovery with Rafe and Jada. Once they obtained the necessary warrant, Officer Goldman delivered it with a pained expression on her face, as if she were sore. Jada expressed concern for Officer Goldman's well-being, but she dismissed it, attributing her discomfort to an intense workout at the gym. When Xander Cook returned home to Sarah Horton, he once again evaded her attempts at intimacy and quickly headed for the shower. Sarah eventually joined Xander, who reminded her about their agreement to take things slow. Sarah reassured him that she was willing to go at whatever pace he wanted, and they ended up indulging in a leisurely and passionate shower together. On the latest episode of Days of Our Lives, Sarah and Xander continued their intimate moments as they moved on to the bedroom. They confessed their enduring love for each other, emphasizing that it had never faded away. As they found comfort in each other's embrace, Sarah couldn't help but bring up the peculiar text message Xander had received earlier. They both found it odd and couldn't make sense of its meaning. However, their peaceful moment was abruptly interrupted when Rafe and Jada barged in with additional backup. To Sarah's shock, Xander was arrested while she watched helplessly. Victoria Horton Cook cried in the next room while Jada handcuffed Xander in his underwear on the floor. Future episodes of Days of Our Lives will reveal Xander's struggle to prove his innocence, so stay tuned for more drama and suspense. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.